Well, welcome to Regular Features. My name's Matt Lees, and this week I have... there's something in my walls keeping me awake at night.
In your wolves?
In my walls, unfortunately not wolves.
Right.
In your walls?
Oh,
You've
yeah.
got a lot of wool.
There's something at night that rustles and crunches. I can only presume it's a man with a newspaper who eats cereal.
Or it's a crunchy.
Or it's a fucking rat,
It's
probably.
Russell Grant eating a crunchy.
Yeah, I hope it is Russell Grant eating a crunchy, because it's probably a lot nicer than the grim reality. And joined by Steve Hogarty,
Hello.
who's going to think of something funny to say in a minute, and also joined by John Blythe.
John Blythe recently added one to me age.
Ah, yes, it's been your birthday.
Yeah, I'm not telling you what X is, but I'm now X plus 1.
Wow.
I'm 38.
And Gavin Murphy.
I haven't had a single solid shit in about 3 days. And it's only now occurred to me that that's a bad thing. But you said it's all right, isn't it?
Is it a disease or a lifestyle thing?
I don't know.
Because I think mine's a lifestyle thing, the fact...
You're bumming.
Well, I don't know.
You like to have a bum.
I like to have 3 poos before I go to work.
What?
The first clears the channel. The second is a thunderous tumult of liquid
Sonorous.
shite. And the third one is just a tiny little bead to seal the deal.
Just waves you as you leave out the door.
A departing tadpole.
If, like me, you were sipping on a Bloody Mary whilst listening to that description, I do apologise for that description.
I will say that is a hangover shit morning rather than a
But I
daily
haven't
routine.
drank for like
Oh.
2 days.
Get some stuff in you. Have some ginger. Ginger's very good for that sort of thing.
Right, well, I will.
Fact of the day.
Peppermint cordial.
Peppermint cordial,
That's
very
all.
good as well. Yeah. So, Stephen, have you thought of a funny fact yet?
I was thinking about all of your things.
Yeah. So you got kind of carried away with that.
Great, right?
That's you. You're so selfless, Steve.
Yeah, I don't really
You're a
reflect
nice
upon
guy.
my own things very
Good,
much.
good.
Oh, well, that's lovely.
If you don't love Regular Features...
We're not carrying regular features into a single syllable.
I will start this week with my regular feature. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Go me. It's my birthday. Basically, I'm
That's
using
Beyonce's new song, isn't it?
I'm using it as an excuse not to come up with a coherent theme. All I bought is 10 miniature sausages from Marks and Spencer's. Well, I said 10. They're 9 now because Gav's had one, which is going to hinder the
He
first
said about
part.
4. I was only eating them because he was
Ball
eating them.
eggs. I'm
I
going to
can
look.
see at least 6.
I've had 2. You're a liar, Gavin.
He said he picked up 4 when 4, like, in my face, and then stuffed them all in his mouth.
You are a fucking liar.
I'm a good one, though, right?
Well, that's making this part of the feature slightly less impressive, where I'm going to eat them all, put them all in my mouth in one go while you lot sing
That's
sexy
still
tunes.
twice as many sausages as I could fit in my mouth.
They're tiny sausages.
I know,
You
but
can't-
Cocktail sausages.
Don't make this seem more monstrous than it is, because they can't see them.
We should sing, let's sing, you know, the Earthworm Jim theme for the special stages. Down, bang,
That's an
Okay,
easy
do
song
that.
to sing, isn't it?
That's the
Put them
song
in,
we're doing.
and I'm going to try and say the alphabet maybe while I'm eating them.
Okay. Backwards.
They're going in.
One's come out.
Yeah. Oh, another one's come out. Oh, God. The sausages.
They're not going back in. They're fucking vile. This is the very worst kind of grey meat.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I'm fucking not touching them. They're sliding around all over each other.
You
Well,
put them back.
At the very least, I think we've got the MP3 art for this episode.
And if you would like to win a small case of
can't
partially
look at it.
chewed sausages, send a stamped addressed envelope to...
Oh, I feel fucking rotten. That's
How much would
transformed
you
my
give me to
buzz.
eat one of them?
That actually looks more appetising than that's been pre-chewed.
How much would you give me to eat one of them?
Oh, no, don't eat something that's already been in Log's mouth for
Well,
a
let's see
bit.
how much I can get.
Well,
for
that's the
this.
second part of my birthday feature. Gav eats one of the sausages what I have just chewed and gobbed out.
Would you do it for £10?
I'd do it for
I'd
£10.
100% do it for £10.
All right, would you do it for £5?
Nah. I got standards. Not a fucking idiot, Steve. Jesus.
Second-hand grey meat.
It's fucking coated the
lush.
entire inside of my mouth.
Well, I've eaten a
Thin
couple of them. I
film.
thought they were
Thin-
all right. I mean, they'll
You can only assume it's bulletproof.
It's turning you into a sausage from the outside, starting with a film, then you're going to go inside out, and then be a log sausage.
I'm going to open my mouth and not salivate, and I'm going to see if my mouth congeals white. Just it was one of a little tiny micro.
Oh, like the top of a
Micro-thin
Krispy
layer.
Kreme donut.
Yeah. Oh. I'll be the most delicious one here, that's for sure. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, so after attempting to eat some sausages, can we move them away?
Yeah,
I don't want to look at
Just,
them.
yeah, could you just throw them against the window, please?
I can still see them.
Just leave them there. We've got to take a photo of them for the podcast art, so that people can join in with the horror.
There's still a presence in the room, aren't they?
I told you
yeah.
I wasn't feeling very well before we came down here.
I was trying, after that one, I've just realised how disgusting this is now. Can you two describe the fart I did to Steve before he came in?
This is like the Log is Horrible episode.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm not a proud man. I'm morbidly obese. Why sugarcoat
You've really
it?
gone
If
off
you're
the edge since you got 38. Are you just giving up now? Why are you wearing tracksuit bottoms to work?
I don't want anyone who uses this podcast to want to have sex with me to have any nasty surprises when we finally get to doing it.
That seems fair.
Well, as we walked in, as you two walked in...
It was
I already
spectacular.
in, yeah. It was,
I'd never heard a fart like that. It was a noise that it's just I'd never heard that noise before.
It was like, you know those little things... Actually, we talked about this 2 podcasts ago. You know those little things you turn upside down and they pop up?
Yes,
It was
yeah.
like a million of those going...
Really, at once?
But really disgusting.
Like, like in a
and
Honda
more,
advert.
and more shit.
But half of them were full of milk.
Yeah.
Hang on, was Log alone in the room when
No,
this was happening?
no, we were all walking
so
together.
It was for the benefit of an audience.
It sort of made a noise that went... It was like... It sounded like somebody punching a frog that was made of jelly.
Yeah.
I like it.
Because I like...
Gav, you work in the visual medium, and Matt, you work with words. And Gav had a wonderful description of the part. It was a bit like...
Well, there was lots of words in that noise.
It didn't smell, though, so...
No, that's fine. So it was one of those farts that, you know, I generally think that a fart is funny. And if you farted, I'd fucking laugh. But that one, I couldn't find it in my heart to laugh at it.
No, it wasn't amusing, really.
It was more poignant.
It was
than anything
fascinating.
else.
I want to sort of dissect it on the
There
table.
was a
but-
subtext to it.
Well, I think it's because I did say to you that I'm having trouble farting without actually following through, and I thought you were just, like, showing off.
Oh, yeah. Run your finger along that.
1-0 to me.
Actually don't. There's some residue there.
Right, so what's next on the birthday demand list?
Well, it's just something that happened to me last night. I was walking back to my house and a van hit a bicyclist on me.
Really?
Near enough to me that I took out my earphones and became completely ineffective.
On your birthday, what a prick.
What a huck!
Was he killed dead?
Well, he lay on the floor for a while, completely motionless.
Probably dead.
I think he was
Stunned.
Yeah, as you would. But I began hovering around him, making little ooh noises. Then, excuse me, I didn't want. It's like I want to
Poking
know
him
if
with a
you're
rolled up
okay.
newspaper.
That is what you're supposed to do before CPR.
It's like I wanted to know if he was okay, but I didn't want to disturb him or look too presumptuous to
He
be
wasn't
around me.
asleep long.
I didn't want.
That was his.
Sorry,
that's
mate.
what he wanted all along. Like, oh, fuck off, mate! I'm just sitting down here.
I'd hate to bother you, but
It looks like you just been run over in that.
And I only had about 4 or 5 seconds in which to do this sort of like hopping from foot to foot and sort of whimpering slyly before a fucking heroic prick came up and made a gesture with one hand to me as though to say, I've eyed you up, I know you're shit, fuck off out the way, I'm going to bellow into his face until he gets to his feet and everything's okay. And he did that. He just bellowed and said, you're okay, mate, you're alright, don't move, alright, you can move now. I mean, who fucking made you the god of dying people?
The god of when to move as well.
Yeah,
What was he basing it on?
That's one of his minor powers. No.
that is, yeah. I think I think you're in the better party here because, frankly, I've been in situations like bad
think he
situations.
is.
And I think he is. I think Log's in the better party because it's so bad when you have about. It was fine then because there was only one of that guy. But when you're in a situation with 8 of that
okay, fair
guy,
enough, yeah.
it's a fucking nightmare because everyone's convinced that they're the
Are you
person
complaining
that
about
saved the day.
people
Yes, I am.
helping you when you've
Yes.
injured yourself?
Absolutely.
No, 8 people, each of which are trying to prove that they're the fucking
Yeah,
best in
that's
an
it.
emergency.
There's a difference.
No,
Because I'm quite
that's
good
not
at
what you do.
I'm quite good at
They've
dealing
all
with
got one of your
emergencies.
limbs each and you're fucking tugging you around. No, they should be here.
That's exactly it.
Sorry.
He's already dead.
Tearing off your trousers.
Sorry, I talked over you there, Matt.
No, it's fine because I'm actually quite
Like
good
a
at dealing.
person we're saying that we don't like.
Oh, he's doing it again already, Kevin.
There's 3 of us now. We need 5 more.
But no, but that's what happens, is the fact that I'm quite good at these emergency situations usually, because I do just take a step back, I work out, I just go, everyone shut the fuck up, work out who's the best person to deal with, and then get them to do it, and keep everyone else away from it. Because
Matt's the guy. He's
That's
definitely
brilliant.
the guy, isn't
Would you?
he?
I'd love it if he was halfway through helping and you ran across him over the street saying, like, everyone, fuck off! I'm here now. You!
Fuck off! I've been observing this situation.
Everyone calm down.
You, get in the shop, buy some milk and throw it in his face.
But actually, sometimes the most valuable person in these situations is the person who stops the 8 other blokes joining in whilst one person's already dealing with it.
and decides we should leave him be.
No, it's like nightclub disasters. Like, everyone's been in a nightclub disaster and somebody's got hurt or something quite badly, and guaranteed outside a nightclub you will always have about 16 women who don't know anyone involved, who are desperately drunkily coming to try and help, and you just like, seriously guys,
I like the attention.
can you just stand the fuck back because this guy might have broken his neck, and I'm not sure you trying to lift his head up is a good idea.
That you should do.
Can you look right and left? They've picked up his head. They go, look right, look
Are you
left.
alright? Are you alright?
I've
I
learned
do
that
like the
in
attention
emergency
as well.
situations, you should, if you are taking charge of the emergency situation, you have to point at someone and say, you, like any random person, say, you call the ambulance.
Yeah.
Because if everyone takes a shared responsibility for calling the ambulance, no one will
does.
do it.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
So-
That's it. I had a girl collapse at my house once because she drank too much vodka or something stupid. It was a
You
work.
pointed to the person nearest you and go, call an ambulance. Go on and go
Fucking
to bed.
ambulance for this bitch.
Well, it was,
Yeah.
oh, God.
Drunk
It's not-
women, bitches.
Drunk women bitches. Matt's new feature. Jesus Christ.
God, I've already had the girl in the loft, and now I've got...
Have you guys ever
man.
like the attention so much of being in a nightclub when people crowd around you, you've stepped on a half-broken champagne glass on purpose, then gone, ah.
No, I'm guessing you have, though.
That's why I'm not allowed in any of the liquid or time and envy chains of nightclubs anymore. Oh, this fucking prick again. Bollocks to that.
Purposefully causing yourself harm for sympathy.
Yeah.
Well, I once accidentally stapled my thumb, and the staple went all the way through, like, the fleshy bit of my thumb. And it was immediately painful, but then stopped being painful very quickly. And I sort of paraded it around a little bit for sympathy, going, look what happened.
I did this when I was working in a pub, and I was glass collecting, and I dropped one of this green-handled glass collecting tray, and it smashed. And my instinct, I didn't think it through. I just thought, fuck, you can turn this around if you just plunge your hand into the broken glass and get cuts. So I did that, and I got more sympathy than told off for smashing loads of glasses. Power be to me.
Is that a true
Good
story?
call.
Yeah.
Is that a true story?
That's a true story.
Oh, fucking hell. My thing about the nightclub wasn't. Guess you couldn't pick up on it.
Sound like the sort of thing you do to me.
Well, let's not take
keep
my
coming-
shoes off and have a look at the scars on my right foot.
Well, once I was made to do the dishes by my parents, and I dropped the plate.
Beat
I
up
just
my mum.
smashed my face into the counter repeatedly and started screaming for help. That's not true.
Log. What's next on your sexy
Oh, the next one.
I think you say, Log, what's your fabricated story about? Oh, no, hang on, yours is real.
Yeah.
Now, my next one is just, I'm just going to be bitchy about all yours, because I'm the birthday princess, and I can be bitchy about your features today.
I'm sorry I didn't get you the car you wanted at the right time, Log.
You've got me fuck all. I'm going to be a right cunt to you.
We haven't had a
Come on.
party yet, so
Yeah.
that's when you get your present.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a party tonight, but it's... Oh, this ties in with something that Andy Simmons has been requesting. He wants us to mention him on the podcast.
Oh, well, there we are. Happy birthday, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
I hope you get all the ponies you want.
I like your dog.
birthday.
It's not his birthday,
Nova.
All right.
but I don't want him to think we care too much just to get any occasion right, so there you go.
Okay, perfect.
Bye, Andy!
Yeah, fuck off, Andy.
Stop listening now. No, keep listening.
Regular features, regular features. What is the feature coming next? Let us see.
So my feature this week, if I can get it up.
Is it Gavin's erection time?
No, unfortunately not. But my feature this week is we've just moved around offices, as you all well know, because you work in my offices. So to go down to make a cup of tea, I now have to walk through a floor filled with shaven head salespeople.
Do they have shaven heads?
A lot of them do.
All of them. It's
fucking ruthless.
enforced.
All of the women do.
They're efficient fucks, aren't they?
You have to get a special tattoo on the back of your head, and you have to shave your head.
It's like Hitman.
And you have to sort of bleed yourself on the chest, and this sort of ritual.
Woof.
And I've been doing quite a lot of procrastinating this week in my 3 days back of work. So I've been having to go down and make quite a lot of tea. So I've heard some generally terrifying shit. Because I got because it's quite a long office. It's our old office. So you have to walk through, then all the way back, then up the stairs. And I've heard some amazing little tidbits from different people.
Bants.
Bants.
Oh, is
the
that
right word for
the
it.
unit of banter?
But because I feel quite self-conscious when I'm walking through, because I'm always either walking through with like food or something like, fatties up with some lasagna.
There's a lady in there who's
fat with his hair.
who's made little cardboard clouds
Yeah, I
and
like
a
that.
sun, and she's hung it from the ceiling above her. She's nice.
really hot, yeah.
She must.
I'd like to do one all over it. Is that right? Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
You'd like to hang from the sides of that.
She could be a fucking cloud.
That's an amazing piece of innuendo. I'd let her be a cloud.
But yeah, so because I rushed through, I never get to see who's actually saying them or anything. But a couple of these are from the same person, from one man who's always standing up. I've never seen him sitting down.
It's the most dynamic pose. Yeah. Just have his hand on his hips.
No, he's always like pointing at someone else's screen. Like a couple of these are really, really good. But
What?
So some of them are like actual things that were shouted out, but some of them are just like little conversations that were going on and stuff.
Snippets.
So yeah, little snippets. But I mean, his best one, that guy was. Hang on, where's it? Seriously, Mike, stand up and have a look. Like, he was trying to get somebody else to stand up.
Oh.
These are all these are all completely out of context. I have absolutely no idea.
You're not going to get this unless you're standing up like me.
Mike,
Well, he's
Mike,
just
this is
sitting up.
fucking funny. Get over here and enjoy it.
I'd expect the blood to get to your brain if you're sitting down like that.
Mike, you fucking idiot.
Fucking hell, Mike.
But yeah, because obviously I'm walking through and these are all out of context, so I'm sure there's a rational explanation for them. But yeah, they're even more out of context if someone listening to the podcast, in fairness. But okay, this next one then. You've got to feel sorry for Lily Allen, because of all the baby shit. I put that on my Twitter yesterday, but I shit out of putting Lily Allen on there. I just put her because I thought, no, Lily Allen's always on Twitter, and she probably searched for herself, and then that's quite mean, isn't it? But yeah, you've got to feel sorry for Lily Allen, because of all the baby shit.
It's true, you do have to feel bad for her.
Lily Allen was on the radio at the time. That was the thing.
I'm miming gossips that's probably libelous to Steve.
For people who aren't able to see the podcast,
I mimed the word abortion to Steve. The context, you guess.
It wasn't a very, it was a very,
you can say it wasn't a bad abortion.
It's very
you might
personal.
have, by pointing at where your vagina would be if you had one.
He's pointing at his belly.
Yeah.
That's where his vagina would be.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Next one is, I feel like a midget in these desks. Look at me.
Look at how I feel.
This is my favorite one. Because they've got smaller desks now. Look at me.
They should feel bigger.
Yeah. The look at me is just separate. She said it 10 minutes later. For God's sake.
That was a man who said that.
Oh, right, okay.
Next one was also a man. And it starts off like angry. He's angry about something. Then he gets a little bit dejected, and then he just gives up. Honestly, Cheryl, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to see him. Then she said something I didn't know. Which floor is he on? Just like a big gap for her saying something. How do I get there? And he's pissed off at this one. He didn't care. Oh, for fuck's sake! So it's awesome. He starts off like,
How do I get there?
Yeah. And then presumably just given up.
This is a man who can't work out how stairs work in the building he works in.
Honestly, Cheryl, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to see him. Which floor is he on? All right, how do I get there? Oh, for fuck's sake.
It's like, so we work on floor 4. This person's on floor 3.
Yeah.
How do I get there?
Yeah, there's only one more.
Which way do the
And he
floors
used to
go?
be on that floor, remember?
No.
Do they number them from the top?
Yeah. So is it down or up?
This is a good one. It's more fact-based. Red Bull is basically water with blue shit in it. And it's fizzy.
Blue shit.
Don't forget, fizzy as well.
It's not even a blue drink.
I think it's because there's blue on the outside of the can, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he must think that. Has he never had it in a glass or something?
I don't know.
I was surprised when I first saw it in a glass because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what colour it was going to be.
Yeah. Have you ever had
Did
one
you
of
hear
those
that someone had some in a glass and you sort of like tiptoed over shyly?
What, mate? We got this.
So I saw you pouring it from a can. Can you just look at the can, please?
Have you ever seen one of those? I know they've got them out in America. They're called Noz. It's like Monster energy drink, but it's called Noz. And I've seen one of those in a glass, and it's like this horrible green colour or this really horrible like pinky colour. And so you're just looking at it thinking, that is not good for me.
Mike, who we worked with, found a lump of something in the bottom of his can of Monster the other day. He finished drinking it, and there was something
relentless.
in
It was
it.
a special
Relentless,
kind of
sorry,
relentless,
yeah.
but one that I mentioned that they used to have those drinks. You can't get them anymore. That had suspended within the bottle.
Yeah.
The widgets.
Oh, and you'd get...
Bubble gum, like
Oh yeah, I
The
remember
can
those.
was kind of... You could see through it, so you could get the full effect, couldn't it?
yeah, it was a plastic bottle and had like little bubble gum and stuff. So as you drank, you were supposed to, I don't know, catch the balls between your teeth,
Strain it. You had to install a kind of adapter that was like a whale's strainer.
Baleen,
right.
it's called.
A baleen.
I heard
which
you
is
could
the
do
French
it.
for whale.
You could do it with just a kitchen sieve if you had one. Just put it over your face, and then someone just pour the bottle over your face.
But then, it would need
And
to
then
be
you get-
inverted, so it would be the sieve going into your mouth.
Yeah, no. What you do is
But
you
then
kind of
you'd need to flip the sieve in order to
Yeah.
get the bubble gum into.
Yeah,
your
you get the sieve and then you kind of flip it, but you cut it out into a sort of a mouthpiece. It's quite complicated. I'll draw you a diagram.
I think we're... I'm sorry. It's about flipping sieves. I felt...
Flipping
Missy-
sieves.
Missy Elliott lyric.
I'll follow that up with get that fucking pedo on the phone.
That's classic.
Oh, hang on, he's just text.
He's what?
He's just text.
He's just text.
Like, as in he's just texted in, I guess. Don't know.
Oh,
This one I thought maybe as someone who's like phoned in sick or something. Because it was early in the morning. It's like, oh, get that fucking
Sorry,
pedo on
I'm
the
not
phone.
well today. I'm busy with kids.
You fucking pedo. Did you say that over text?
Yeah, they're an angry breed, salespeople.
Well,
aren't
There's a certain
these are
class
all
of people
angry.
will.
These are all angry because these are all things that people were shouting as I was walking through.
I suppose that's what you heard them. It's not as if you're walking
Yeah, exactly.
by.
you will miss their
He was
tenderest moments.
My
I love you, Susan.
My other favourite ones were someone who stood up, like literally stood up and shouted, "Anyone seen a microwave?" Because they've just moved offices as well, so I assume he's lost. This guy was slamming down a phone as he said this. "I really can't help you with that, mate. Change the record."
Service.
It's weird, isn't it?
I still like this running theme that they all are kind of the fact that they've had to move a couple of 100 feet in an office has just left them, because we've moved like almost a month ago now, but still, despite that, they've had this sort of shake up in their heads that they are just completely lost.
Yeah.
Like they've been abandoned on a tropical island, and they're just shambling around the beaches trying to work out how to build something.
And like the cat goes missing and it shows up at the old house. You have like sales guys just wandering around the floor looking really sad.
You're right, you're right.
Picking my phones and wondering why no one's shouting at me.
You're right, mate. I've lost my microwave.
This next one is about the move. I'll slip my balls if they make us move again.
Slip my balls. Fuck me.
I like the sound of that guy. That's
That's
I've no idea what
play.
that one looks like, actually. But the thing is,
Brilliant, he's awesome. I love that guy.
but also, they're definitely not making a move again. Like they've moved. That's it. They haven't got to move again. I'll slip my balls if they make us move again. It's like you haven't got to move.
Well,
Like,
perhaps he's only saying that because he knows they won't move him.
Because
we need to
yeah.
we need to call his bluff and issue a memo.
I'll just go down in the street going, "Everyone move! Everyone!" The guy just stands up like rips a tin of Red Bull in half and slams it into his balls. Like, I told you this would happen.
Is there a special term for seppuku of the balls?
If it is, Log knows it. The last one is, do you fancy a drink? This is a two-way thing. Do you fancy a drink? The other guy, it's only 11:30. You fucking puff.
That's classic salesman.
That's what they do.
Vintage sales band.
Classic bands.
Are you sure you didn't get off the telly or something? Because that's just self-parody bowls.
It's just mental.
These are real people who
Yeah.
hopefully will never listen to this podcast.
Real people who sit really
It's
close to
the
us.
point. People
I'm pretty sure.
people who know our voices. People who work for the same company as us.
I mean, these guys definitely don't know where a podcast is, right?
No.
I barely know what it is. I do too.
I think we're safe.
I think so too.
Did you change the names to protect the innocent?
Well, I don't know its names. Well, if it is, I've told
Well,
them
you
that
use
they're
names.
all ball.
Did you trade?
Oh shit! No, I didn't.
Hey, brilliant! We're in trouble. Let's move on.
It is time for the next regular feature.
So now it's time for my regular feature, which is The American Thing. Now, obviously, The Thing is one of my favourite films of all time, and recently there has been a remake. Obviously, the original...
It's a prequel.
A pre-make, whatever.
Prequel.
Yeah, I know. It's not technically a remake.
Pre-make.
It's a clam bake.
Clan bake. It's a clan bake.
Pre-make.
I said clam bake. There's no need to make it racist.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
I'll try not to be racist this episode. But I know that the original was an American one, and this one is American as well.
Also a remake.
It's not alright. It's not a remake. It's a fucking.
Is this the Pingu
prequel
thing on
No,
YouTube?
but the John Carpenter, the John Carpenter one is a remake.
Oh no, yeah, I know that is all right. Anyway, John Carpenter's The Thing is brilliant, right?
Okay, it's awesome.
I haven't seen the prequel that's just come out, but I've heard it's pretty bad.
There have been 7 Thing films, all remakes of one another.
Each one more remakey than the last.
Yeah, and it was based on a story.
Yeah, it was. I've read the story actually. It's pretty
yeah.
good. Yeah, it's a very short story. If you can read it now, do it. But what I've done is I've looked on the internet and I found that actually for this prequel film that came out, there was a bit of the original script they were going to use that maybe if they had used it, it wouldn't have been so shit. So I've managed to dig it out, and I thought we could do a little reading of just a sort of reimagining of what the 2011 The Thing could have been like if they
I
got
like
it
the way
right.
you've done that so seriously. Here's genuinely a bit of archive
genuinely,
footage.
yep.
You're privileged to hear this.
Absolutely, not a liar.
I believed him. Is this not real?
I am in no way a liar.
Well, don't let me prick any bubbles, Steve. Let's just get into it, shall we?
Why are the dogs acting strangely? Is it because of the creepy alien?
We still don't know enough about the specimen we're dealing with. We'll have to wait until my research is complete.
But why did we find Tommy in a room full of blood?
My test results will be ready in just a minute. My God! But it can't be.
What? What's wrong, Professor?
The man we know as Tommy isn't Tommy anymore. He's become the Thing.
Hey, what's up, dudes? Who wants to play some beer pong?
Get away from us, Tommy. You're a frickin' thing.
What? I'm like totally not.
You totally are, Tommy.
Dude, I'm like totally not.
You totally are, Tommy. I can't believe I let you put your thing inside me during the sex scene earlier.
I don't even know what a thing is, you bitch. So shut your mouth. Put the fucking gun down. Fucking.
Oh my gosh, this has been an unusual evening. According to these test results, the Thing could be any and all of us. It's probably one of the dogs, too.
What? So you're saying that any of us could be the Thing?
Well, that's right, Brett. Any one of us could be the Thing.
Any of us?
Indeed. It's a central premise, so we should probably repeat it.
So how do we know that you aren't a thing, Professor?
Whoa.
How the hell do we know that you aren't, Rihanna?
Well, would the thing do this?
Jesus Christ! These tits are off the meter!
I just don't know who to trust anymore. But I do know that we should probably fuck, and then maybe have a gunfight later on.
I'll probably be dead by that point, but I do wish you all the best.
Hang on a second. I don't remember Rihanna having hairy tits. Oh my God! She's the Thing!
Well, I guess it's just you and me now, Brett. What do we do now?
Why don't we just wait here for a little while? See what happens.
I'm not putting out, Brett.
Oh, shit.
That is better than the Thing prequel. that I
I'm
watched
sure
the
it
other
was.
day.
I'm not surprised.
I like that.
We should send that into them and just say, look, this
is how you
should've
do
gone
it.
Fucking down, you idiots.
I'll send it to John Carpenter. He'll probably love
He'll
it.
love it.
He'll be like,
He's
oh,
old
you
and
guys.
senile now.
Yeah, he really loves everything. We could just give him colours and shapes, and he'd be like,
Some marshmallows. I love these.
"This is the best interpretation of my film I've ever seen." John, it's a duck.
I wanted it to end with me as the smart Brit going, well, I must warn you, Brett, I'm a strict top, so that you'll be going nowhere near my bot.
Well, maybe
Maybe in the outtakes,
maybe
right?
that's what. Maybe that should be in the kind
Next
of
feature.
the director's cut. You get the
outtakes.
alternate ending where they do fuck.
Yeah.
But I tried to stay true to the original, the whole kind of the ambivalence. So
felt
you
like
don't know whether the professor is the thing or whether Brett is the thing, and also you don't know whether they're going to fuck. So I like to leave that with a bit of a... Yeah.
You're trusting the audience to make a lot of important and clever
I think
decisions.
it's important for modern cinema to do that these
Yes,
days.
definitely. When I watched that prequel to The Thing, I got so bored watching it that I remembered that... Do you remember that X-Files episode?
Oh, the
Where-
Slither.
No.
No.
It's called Ice. And they're in the Antarctic. It's basically exactly like The Thing, only it's Mulder and Scully in it. And they've got those little worms that go into your...
Oh, yeah, I do remember that,
It's a
actually.
fucking brilliant episode. But I remembered that and started watching that instead. Watching the prequel to The Thing.
it's a great story,
So this
Gav.
is really, really good.
It reminded you of something better, which you then went and watched.
Yeah.
That's like one of my grandma's stories.
Yeah, so just paused it, watched it on a laptop, and it was fucking brilliant. It's here. Oh, this shit is still on. It's still going on. But yeah, so go watch Ice and then listen to this.
Thanks, Gavin. Right. I like that. That was genuinely like one of my grandma's stories.
Yeah.
I was doing this and it wasn't very good, so we did this instead.
And it was wicked.
And then there's no like, has that ever happened to you? It's just
No, this is what happened
to me. Fuck you.
I realised over Christmas the reason I was so infuriated to talk to my grandma is I'm desperately trying to think of anything relevant I could talk to her about that she'd understand. Go, I could tell you about this because, you know, you might. And then I realised this Christmas, she just genuinely doesn't give a fuck. She just wants to talk at me. She doesn't want to hear
Matt, why don't
anything
you-
to do with me.
Why don't you just ask her how she is? Ask her about her
Because
shit.
she tells me, and it's all, the problem is, I don't want to hear about her shit, because her shit is all about
I'd love
what
to hear about
happened
your
when she went to
grandmother's
church on Sunday, and who's died. Because that's all she does.
Well, you should be honest, just say, look, we can't reconcile our differences.
Well, that's what I'd like to say to my entire extended family. Guys, we have nothing in common apart from blood, and I don't really put much faith in genetics as a part of character. So should we all just fuck off and never speak to her ever again?
Do you think as a people, because we're quite, like, people are meaner now, so maybe people don't have the sign of, like, they don't feel like they have to do things all the time. Do you think at some point you just go, nah, I'm not going to go for Christmas?
Well, I'd like to do that. Well, no, I'd like to go home for Christmas, but just the whole
Unfortunately,
time to my
I
grandparents.
love my mum more than I love myself.
Oh no, my parents and my brother, I absolutely love to bits. They're the best people I know. But the rest of my family outside of that, fuck off.
I might not bother going home next year. I went home this year. My dog was dead, so she wasn't there.
I don't know if your dog was there, but it was dead. They're just like, will you fucking clean this up? For fuck's sake!
I like the way you said that as if the dog had died to spite you. I've come home and dog's just died.
Yeah.
If they get another dog, it won't have bonded with you at all, and it'd look at you.
No,
like,
it'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You'll probably end up having to kick it, right?
Well, I'd need to smack it about a bit because they
Yeah.
respond well to that. Like,
Like women.
just do a karate chop on its spine and.
it's a form of attention, cowering in the corner of the room every time you walk in.
At least they know you're there.
Audible cries every time your mum picks up the phone. Hi, Steve. Get tip for
Home to you.
Even if I know it can make it.
And now it's time for my regular feature, Steve's comedy routine about flying on a plane.
Oh, this is gonna be
Because
good.
I flew on a plane recently.
Fucking nice. So I've noticed a few
I
things.
don't-
I'll let you do it, but I've noticed a few things about planes myself in my time.
I haven't seen many stand-up comedians approach this particular subject matter.
I mean, it's pretty dark, isn't it?
What,
It's
flying on
dark
planes?
place.
It's the final,
I
it's
don't-
the final taboo. Talking about planes.
Trouble.
It's not incest. It's not any of those other things. Like it's just flying on planes.
So I think this is fairly original.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Are you going to do like a stand-up where we've come to see you?
Yeah, well, I've got a bit of, because I watched some stand-up and I'm basically noticed things they do.
Okay.
And I'm moulding my routine around their basic structure.
Is this you basically trying to use the podcast to springboard your own stand-up career?
It might be. Let's just see how it goes.
Shall I be the comp and introduce you? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage with your hands, Mr. Steve Hogarty.
Do some warm-up first, Gav.
Yeah,
You can't just.
Hey,
throw a cold into Steve.
We've already had like 40 minutes of warm-up.
No. Let
The regular features podcast.
No, I think, Steve, you just dive straight into it, baby.
I was implying there that all of your features are merely warm-up for my own feature.
I think we all
which
know
is
what
the
you were
main
implying, Steve.
Okay, should I go? Should I start my thing? Right. Hey, how you all doing? That's what they say at the start. It says, right, oh,
Hey, yeah, not bad.
Do you want us to be a raucous audience?
Fucking Irish prick.
I wouldn't mind if you just stayed absolutely quiet.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's what every stand-up wants.
Yeah, I don't think they want people like Gav heckling them.
Dick.
Please don't.
You're dying out there.
Please stop.
Please don't do that.
Okay.
Cut your fucking fringe, you tool.
Oi, ugly.
Shut up, please. I'm going to do this now.
Wearing contact lenses, is it? Fuck off.
You're wearing glasses. That's worse. People wear contact lenses because they don't want to wear glasses.
I didn't fucking pay ticket to be insulted.
No.
Bullshit.
Give him a chance. No, I love this guy's glasses, contact lenses routine.
It's a classic. I've heard it before, but it's good.
Oh, I think that's one of Jimmy Carr's comebacks. Right. I just flew in from Dublin this morning, and boy, are my arms tired. Like as if I was the one actually flying by flapping my human arms, because you'll notice I never said the word plane.
Nice.
That's very accurate.
I could say, as a joke, that's why they have so many armrests on planes, for resting your tired, flapped-out arms on. But that's self-contradictory, like a paradox or something, because if you were on a plane with armrests, then your arms wouldn't be tired out from flapping.
Gay!
If you're on a plane with a pair of ducks, they'd be going quacking in the aisles. They'd have to serve quackers for lunch, probably.
It wouldn't tire.
I like those jokes more, because they don't make sense.
So what's the deal with armrests on planes? What's the deal with that?
Dunno!
Let him finish!
Ridiculous. How do you get tired arms on a plane?
Wanking.
Oh, wait, I know. It's probably by trying to open those tiny packets of peanuts or mini curry-flavoured shredded wheat.
What?
They're small. They
curry-flavoured shredded wheat.
Yeah.
I've never had them, and I've been on planes.
They're little tiny. Like,
What's the sauce, mate?
You're alienating the crowd, man. Quickly, pull it back.
It's a weird reference. Not a lot of people can get that.
Potato bites.
They're small, aren't they? They are the size of a mouse. To a mouse, a bag of Erline peanuts would be like a 6 foot tall, and those are mouse feet, which are each less than 1/2 of an
Lay
inch.
off the mice!
Bin bag of football-sized peanuts. Ridiculous. Why would you give a mouse that much food? But they would eat it. That's the end of it.
Wow.
Wasn't he great, everyone? Wasn't he great? That's Steve Hogarth, ladies.
I didn't like him to begin with. I thought his
That's
fringe was too floppy, but he won me over by the end.
I had a bit about the Erline peanuts in there.
That's good.
They come in tiny, and they're really hard to open. I didn't really elaborate on how difficult they were to open.
How difficult were they?
But that's how I segued from the armrests thing.
To a mouse whimsy. I like the culminating in a mouse whimsy skit.
Yeah, because it forces you to imagine a mouse, which is funny.
Yeah.
I like the way...
It's something we resist on a day-to-day basis.
I like the way on planes how much you drink is almost entirely restricted by how little shame you have, because they will only do a couple of drinks rounds during a flight. But if you want, as long as it's part of the flight, you can just keep going and getting as many drinks as you want.
You can press the button that makes it.
Yeah, or you can just go back into the galley in the middle of the night and say, "Can I have another single malt whiskey, please?"
I've been
and
on
they just
I've
keep
been
giving you them
on a
galley.
long
Is that what
haul
it's
flight
called?
where you
Yeah.
could you had a little touchscreen thing and you can press and they bring a beer over to you. There's no shame involved.
I went
in
to
that.
business
It's like
class
a game.
once, and I was so drunk, I actually smashed a glass. And they still said, "Oh, don't worry, we'll sort that out, Mr. Lees." And I was like, "Oh, no, you shouldn't.
said,
I'm an idiot.
Don't
I'm
worry,
so
Mr.
drunk."
Noel Gallagher. We'll sort that out for you, right?
So I
Right?
realised you get into the business class lounge, right, and it's just like there's this massive bar, right, and it's got every spirit you can imagine, but Like, there's no one at the bar. It's just bottles and glasses and ice and free pouring lids. And it's literally just like, you can just do whatever you want with this booze. There's no one there watching you or keeping tabs.
Well, it's because rich people are rich.
Well, this
so-
comedy routine would have been a lot different if you'd been in business class, Steve.
Yeah.
Apparently, the bags of nuts are dog-sized.
You get bags of dogs.
I don't think many people relate to our
Yeah, that's
Your
excessive.
thing is very relatable. Very relatable.
You know what it's like when you have a shit on a gold ingot.
So maybe you're like the more the Michael McIntyre. Of,
You know, like when your salmon roulade like drops on your thing, and then you've got to eat it and suck it off.
And when I say thing, it's a priceless thing, obviously. That you got from Sotheby's.
It's gold leaf.
I'm surprised you didn't get any Ryanair jokes in there for the peons.
Nope.
No. A Ryanair joke
got
would have
you
cost
too.
you £1 extra.
And the longest
I listen to Radio 4. They'd love their Ryanair jokes.
It's because he started doing adverts with Ryanair. I knew I'd recognise your fucking voice.
Oh yeah, that's what you do.
Oh,
you
so you
don't
don't
have a
attack
family.
Ryanair.
You don't have a family.
Ryanair-
Line. You go home at Christmas to do the next round of adverts for Ryanair.
When Ryanair flights land, they play this awful. I don't know what the piece of music is called. The one that goes.
Do they really?
Yeah, it goes, another on-time flight by Ryanair. And so, and we were 20 minutes late and they still did it. I was fucking furious. It's so fucking tacky and horrible.
Have you ever been on a flight where someone claps
Oh,
when it lands
God.
or takes off?
Sometimes, though,
Fucking
fair enough.
haters,
Sometimes
people.
I think they do deserve a bit of
If it
applause when
was
it's been
a
particularly
20-hour flight to fucking Australia or some
Through a
shit like
wormhole
that.
to Deep Space Nine, yes.
If we were attacked
No one
by
deserves
fighter
to be
jets
put-
on the way,
That's bollocks.
it's like, yeah, fair enough, you applaud. Or if it's a very difficult landing.
Yeah, that's when I've done
Fuck
it.
off, if it's difficult landing, that's their fault for being at the wrong angle.
Yeah. Don't be such a prick when you're landing then.
What if it's very windy?
No.
Put up your wind guards.
Have you ever participated in an applause for a flight?
I have.
Oh, what the
But,
fuck?
mate, when you've got a
They
landing
can't
that
hear you.
is well wobbly all over the fucking
They're
place.
also
They
all
can
drunk.
hear you. Because they opened the cockpit door.
And standing.
If it's a really difficult landing and you don't applaud, then they
like
do
the
get
end of
really
Black
fucked off.
Swan.
They properly come out there and go. Well,
they're not.
What the fuck was that, eh?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
They just turn the plane around and take off again. It's like, fuck you guys, I'm going back home.
They just come out with like the coats over the thing going, yeah, that's right, baby. I just brought that shit in.
If you don't
Where's the
appreciate it like
applause?
that, then fuck you.
I
Get
don't
off my
I-
plane.
I don't appreciate people doing their job.
I want to make a fucking fast line planes. I fucking hate having to queue up behind people while they get their bags out like they're fucking made of ice.
Like they're fucking terrorists, right? Right? Muslims.
Sorry,
Hate
we've
them.
inadvertently turned your sort of joke about aren't people talking about airplanes shit into us just being shit talking about airplanes.
I was going to say, I was on the cusp of saying it.
Yeah.
I was looking at Steve's little despondent face saying you didn't get why this was funny, clearly because you were actually talking about it. You look so sad, Steve. It's like you thought we'd let you down.
I was really... It was a very ironic feature.
Well, it just shows how clever you are, doesn't it?
Yeah, I thought I was really clever. I still think I am.
I think because what you do is because people have been doing jokes about airlines for so long that people have been doing jokes about airline, and you've gone one step further. You sit atop the pyramid and a one-man peak.
See, I didn't do... No, it was merely jokes about airplane jokes, not jokes about jokes. I didn't go...
Oh, I'm giving you too much credit.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're not that
You really
clever.
are.
I actually think it was less than that. I think this was your routine.
I'm
You were
not
like,
at Seinfeld routine. I'm at Family Guy mocking Seinfeld.
I thought it was quite good, Steve. I just thought your delivery was a bit weak.
That was part of it. That was...
Oh no, you actually baited him into responding genuinely there.
Oh yeah!
He lost to you, Matt Lees.
And I win this week's game of regular features. Thank you and good night.
No, we're not ending there.
Quick, give Steve a little bit of victory, someone.
Someone play him a bugle.
do you like planes and stuff?
Would you like a little victory sausage, Steve?
We've made
have
one
any-
big mushed up one.
Any half-chewed sausages I can
We
have?
do.
Brilliant, perfect. Callback, end with a callback. Everyone thinks you're clever.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Sausages, they do nothing.
These sausages, 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 these